Happy Sunday, beautiful people in my phone. Welcome to Car Conversations, where we talk all things faith, freedom, football, etc. My name is Jocelyn Carr. It is afternoon, and I currently am missing my Cowboys kickoff right now. But week 3. We have week 3. Week 3. Week 2 in the NFL is happening now. Week 3 has happened in college football. What are your greatest takeaways from yesterday's football? Yeah, the Tide rolled. We rolled. We went up there in Wisconsin and we planted a flag. I saw it and I thought about what I said last week, and I said, nope, they didn't do it in the center of the field, though. They did it in the end zone. I still don't like it. Even though my team did it, I still don't like it. I don't agree with that. Like, wave the flag and all that. It's a whole train. That'll give me time to be still and get into this car conversation. We did plant a flag in the end zone up in Wisconsin. And, we rolled though. Anyway, Georgia fans, how y'all feeling today? let me get a temperature check on my Georgia fans today. I'm just saying, I'm just checking in, let everybody know that you're all right, because that was interesting in Lexington last night. Kentucky came to play. Kentucky looked decent. Or was Georgia just having a really off night? Now, that can happen on the road in the SEC at night. It can happen. But more importantly, I want to check in with Georgia fans about what's happening in Athens. You had the umpteenth player get arrested the day before the game, or maybe it was 2 days before the game, again for driving, speeding. I don't know if he was under the influence, and I don't want to speak wrong. This is all, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. I don't know what the charges were, but it was something regarding reckless driving, because I read the article and he was going well over 100 miles per hour. What's happening in Athens? That's a bigger question, because to me, it's what's happening off the field is transferring onto the field, and you can see it in the culture. I could even see it with Kirby. Let me turn that signal off. Sorry about that. I could see it with Kirby's frustration with his team on the sideline. It was a little bit different than just getting on them regarding their play. We're seeing the lack of discipline off the field, manifesting on the field. That's what we're seeing. And I sense his frustration with all of that. I don't know what's happening with the program. I don't know why they don't have a better handle of it at this point. It was after that Natty a couple of years ago, when there was that tragic fatal, accident with a couple of his players, student or innocent bystander, I don't remember all of the details. But that was a few years ago now. What isn't happening in Athens that needs to be happening in Athens? That's the question. They got to get it together. Yeah. So they pulled it out 14-13. Mark Stoops should have gone for it on that fourth down, whatever it was, when it was 3 minutes left in the game. It was like 4th and 6, maybe. Whatever. You go for it at that point. He should have gone for it. He really should have gone for it. South Carolina and LSU. What? First of all, Williams-Brice Stadium, I believe, and I've shared this before, that is definitely an environment that's like none other that entire tailgate experience in Columbia, and that stadium literally sways, it shakes, it moves when they get to doing the sandstorm, and it moves. What an electric environment. Game day was there, so Coach Saban's there. I mean, that was a fantastic environment for a football game. I was flipping back and forth because our game was on at the same time. I really only watched most of the South Carolina game at the end, the last quarter, and that's where it was, won and lost, right? And I saw Robbie Ashford in the game at QB. I think their QB1, South Carolina's QB1 was maybe injured earlier in the game. And I saw Robbie Ashford, balling out, which I root for that kid. I've talked about him before on a previous, car conversation. I know his family from Birmingham well. And I want to see him succeed. And this is his third school. I think he started at Oregon, and then he went to Auburn, and now he's at South Carolina. And I wanted him to win. And I saw his face. He sat down on the field, and just wouldn't move for a minute after the end of the game, head kind of down. And I hate to see that. I really hated to see that. Officiating played a role, as it does in most games, but in close games, I hate that officiating can make or break, a team's season, or, definitely affect the outcome of a game in that manner. They called that pick six back, right? They called that, Nussmeier threw a pick, they called it back, and I can't remember what the callback. Oh, they said it was like hands to the face to the quarterback, but it was after the pick. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I felt bad for Carolina. I felt bad for the Gamecocks. Yeah. Florida and Florida State. So let's take a poll. Which Florida coach is going to last the entire season, and which will be let go? Which will be let go first? Mike Norvell or Billy Napier? My money's on Billy Napier. But the fact that they're both, what are they both, 0-3? Like, meanwhile, Cam over at University of Miami, he owns the state of Florida right now. That QB, I'm telling you, he's one of the top for the way too early Heisman picks for me. But great games yesterday. Colorado and Colorado State. I like to see Shedeur do his thing, especially since Colorado State was posted up in an interview. Like, they had two players literally doing an interview coming for Shedeur like that. Like, that is not cool. Like, all the little Instagram stories, social media kind of battles are one thing. Everybody, they talk trash. That's the way they trash talk now. I get that. But they sat down for an actual interview where they were bad-mouthing Shedeur. I didn't like that. Shedeur let them know. Travis Hunter, if he's not one of the top Heisman candidates, then I don't know what we're doing with the Heisman, because Travis Hunter as a receiver, and then Travis Hunter as a cornerback, balling out on both ends of the ball. That pick he had yesterday, that was a thing of beauty. Like a one-handed snatch, grab it right in front of you, and then ran for about 50 yards. Like, that was a thing of beauty. So we're starting to see the talent is more evenly spread. I would dare say that's what we're starting to see that's happening in college football. And I attribute that to NIL. I attribute that to the transfer portal. So it was some great football yesterday. Texas ran over, I don't know, it was Texas State or somebody they were playing. Not Texas Southern, but it was a small school they were playing. But Ewers, what's the update on Ewers? Went out with an injury, and Archie Manning came in. It's Manning time, apparently, because he came in and balled all the way out. So that was my happy place for yesterday. It will continue today with NFL football for me. My Cowboys are currently on. I don't know what the score is, but I hope we're at least up 2 touchdowns already, because Dak is like that. Dak is like that. Y'all stay off of 4. I'm all about the QBs, number 4. Okay? Jay Millie and my boy Dak. And they paid Dak. That's a $230 million arm. And I hope we're up by 2 scores. We'll see. We'll see. Here's what I want to say. This is most importantly of this entire episode of Car Conversations. How do you take care of yourself? I've been battling some, issues related to stress and sickness, over the last probably 6 weeks. And I said that yesterday was my happy place, sitting and watching football and relaxing. And I'm about to do it for the rest of the day today, because it's important that we take time to do what we need to do to allow ourselves to recover, our bodies to recover, and to mentally unplug from the stress and the strains of life, work, family, whatever it may be. And okay, I'm backing in. She don't know I'm backing in right here. It's okay. But it's important that we take the time that we need to take care of ourselves, to unplug, to reconnect with what makes us and who makes us happy, who makes us feel good, who makes us and what makes us feel rejuvenated and refreshed, so that we can start a Monday or whatever work day you may have, feeling rejuvenated, feeling revitalized, feeling restored and renewed. That is my prayer for you today, that you are able to take the time to do whatever it is. Maybe it's a walk outside. Maybe you'll go for a hike. Maybe it's sitting in nature. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's connecting with someone that you need to reconnect with. Whatever it is, I pray that you are able to do that. And I pray that it feeds your soul. It nourishes your soul in a way that's needed for you to be your best self this week. I love y'all. I hope your team wins, as long as they're not playing mine. Y'all stay winning and y'all stay free.